Hey guys, this is Hawkeye. I am back with another episode of Fishing Planet, and I did get some requests to take a look at Rocky Lake once more. Now, I haven't been here except during the event that took place during the 4th of July, and before that it had been well over a year since I had been here. So there's been a lot of changes, and one of the things that someone had asked me is what can you grind as far as fish goes when you're fishing here? Well, there's quite a few that you can grind, but while we're here, I also wanted to do some testing to see what the bottom fishing is like. Now, I may not do that during this episode. I think I'm going to focus on trying to see the fish that you can grind with the lures. So we're going to try testing that first, and maybe in the next episode we'll do the bottom fishing. I have a feeling that if it's very successful, that we're going to be not able to use the lure fishing that much. It's going to be too busy, basically what it boils down to. But what I've got here is, most of the stuff I have here is pretty light, because as this is a fairly entry-level map. I do have a pretty good float rod. It's a Phoenix 14 foot by 10 inch. It's it's probably a little bigger than I need, but it's a nice all-around rod for a lot of different areas, and I already had it stocked up. So it's got the Fat Boy Spin 5000 .012 fluoroline. This is important. Fluoroline here is probably the best to use unless you're bottom fishing or fishing for other species. But if you're fishing for trout, they are not going to go for it, because they are a little bit on the skittish side. They want things that are kind of see-through, and fluoroline is the most invisible in the water. So I've got a 2/0 hook. Most of these fish here have fairly small mouths, and I've got a lot smaller hooks here so we can try to catch some of the other things, the crappies and stuff like that. I've got my Featherlight 7 foot. This is an ultralight rod with a Prima 3500. This pretty much matches fairly well. The reel's a little bit more powerful than it needs, but everything else seemed to be a little bit too not powerful enough, to be honest. But I also have .009 fluoro line. That's about, if I'm not mistaken, 8-pound test, so it's not going to hurt anything. And a 1/8 ounce spinner. This rainbow spinner is a real good one to start with, which is probably what we'll use in the beginning here. And then I have my Jig Winner 8 foot by 10 inch, and this is another casting rod. It's not an ultralight, but it's fairly light, honestly. And with fluoro .012 line, I believe that's 10-pound test. No, it's 12-pound test, so it's a little bit heavier. And it still has a Patriotic Walker. I might try some topwater lures here, and that's what I mainly brought this for. The others are just bottom rods that we'll focus on in another episode. Anyway, we're going to go back to the map, and we're going to see what we can do. I'm going to probably start over here in Trout Galore. Ferntastic's not too bad later in the day, but in the morning I seem to do a lot better here at Trout Galore. Now, the peak periods are going to be early in the morning and, of course, late in the evening, whenever, and it seems like to be most of the case for this place. If you check the weather forecast here, it's usually most of the time partly cloudy or cloudy, and the peaks are the same. The only thing that changes is the night fishing. Now, I haven't tried the night fishing, and I'm kind of interested to try it, but we will see what happens when we try it that time. So we can do a lot of episodes off of this. Like I said, I haven't done this particular lake in a long time, so this will be interesting, I think. Alright, I think what we're going to do, let me see, the fish species, of course. We got the black crappie, bluegill, Colorado golden trout, cutthroat trout, golden shiners, rainbow trout. That's the only trout that doesn't have a unique. White bass and white suckers. Now, white suckers are good for the bottom fishing, obviously, and actually they don't bring too bad a cash, but we'll see that in a little bit later. Alright, let's get in here and see what we can do, what kind of mess we can make. Okay, looks like we've got quite a few people here. I don't really have the ability to chat right now, so we're gonna make this a private room. Nothing personal, guys. But I'm busy. I'm busy. Alright, what we're going to do here, guys, is we're going to start off with our featherlight. And where I'm going to be casting is primarily over here. Now, years ago, these guys used to be real big. The rainbows right here. Actually, I might go see if they still are. Because it used to be in the morning, this spot was rocking. So let me go ahead and check it out. If it isn't working, we can go back. But yeah, it used to be that you could come all the way over here. Not as far as you used to be able to. As far as you can. Now right there is a stream that feeds in. It used to be if you cast around this area in the early morning, the rainbow trout would be biting like crazy. Now you need to take this down to 1. Not 2, not 3, 1. You gotta reel it in very slow. I usually reel it in the count of 5, then stop. Count of 5, and see, there you go. Just like that. Young cutthroat trout. Now, try that again. I'm going to see if I can't get over there a little further into that stream. I might take a quick look at the map here to see just how deep the water is there. Here we go again. Yeah, we're getting a lot of young cutthroats right here, so that has changed. The fish are here, they're just not the rainbows anymore. Let me take a look at this map here. Okay, I am right here. This is where I'm casting. As you can see, the waterways go way back in there, so interesting. I wish there was a way to get over a little bit farther. I don't think you can. No. Man, I really wish you could. Just sure there's got to be something else over there, but let's try a little further in. I haven't given up on the rainbows just yet. There, we got something right off the bat there, but he's not very big. Yep, seems to me the young cutthroats are now over there. Let's try sizing up this lure here a little bit. Let's see what we got here. See, that's only 1/8 of an ounce, so maybe if we size it up to a... Supposedly they go for the nano spinners too, so I'm going to try this one. It's as close as I can get. It's 1/5 of an ounce. Same size? No, actually the hook's a little bit bigger. But you really want your spinners here, guys. Spinners, Nano Spoons, maybe medium spoons. Since this is a bigger hook, we might get us a bigger fish. Yep, and it is a bigger fish by far. Yep, now this is a regular cutthroat, so just taking it up to a fifth was enough to get the bigger fish, but it's definitely the cutthroats that are over here now. So I really find that to be interesting. I really do. It's kind of strange. I would have thought since the cool water's coming there, the rainbows would be really biting like they used to, but not so much anymore. Okay. Alright, we're going to go back over here from Ferntastic to Trout Galore. And we're going to try over here where I was originally going to try. Now, anywhere along here is usually pretty good, especially at this time in the morning. But I will tell you, if you fish around through this little weeded patch, you stand a strong chance of catching those golden Colorado trout. That noise you're hearing is my puppy. From the videos I put out earlier. He has found him a toy. We're going to see if they're going to bite. Well, something bit. And as you can see, just about every cast I've been catching a fish, so I don't think this guy's quite as big as the last one. Still the young cutthroats. We're getting a lot of those. There we go, right at the end there. Young cutthroats. They are just ravenous today, but they're not going for the spoons as much in the morning. Let's see here. Let's go back. We got Nano Spoons here somewhere. There we go. Definitely worth a try. Let's try one that stands out a little bit. If this didn't do well, we'll go back to the rainbow spinners. They were very popular from the moment we started. These are pretty light. You gotta let them sink. Nano spinners work very well. Now we're getting some young rainbow trout. Nice. Over here is a good place for the rainbows, if I remember correctly, right by that log. So I'm worth giving a try over here. Now I wouldn't go over 1 ounce for any of these lures. The fish here just are not going to go for the great big lures. Alright, I think I'm going to go back to the rainbows, guys. They were just... I think I'm going to go back for the rainbows because I think they're just working better than anything else. But we're going to have to use the 1/8 ounce for this. Well, no, we can change it up. We'll put it on this one. See if we can find one of those big guys out there. that down. Might have to adjust the tension a little bit. There we go. Right around those weeds. I tell you, the rainbow spinner just always works. You can try the others during the peak period, which is going to be later. I think we're going to flash forward to that, but we definitely got a big one this time. Trophy cutthroat trout, and we cannot keep it because it is protected. Damn. It's a nice looking fish though. Let me go ahead and get a picture of him. Yeah, we can still get our pictures with him. Alright. Let's let him go so we don't get fined. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and fast forward to the next peak, which, let me make sure that's right. Yeah, see, it's starting to come out of the peak, which is why they're not biting as much. But if we take it about 6 p.m., it's going to be rocking around here, so... Plus, it's going to be a little bit brighter and easier to see, which is going to help a lot. Alright, let's see what we can stir up over here. There we go. This looks like a nice fish. If he doesn't get off the hook, that is. Now that's a nice cutthroat, and I can keep him, so that's good. Let's see if we can't find those rainbows. I know they're around here somewhere. Are you serious? Yeah, it's a big drop off, so that's really weird. Every time I see that, it's like there's a little bit of a glitch there where it like freezes for just a moment. I don't know what that's about. But when it does it, I first think I have a bite, but I really don't. There we go. Maybe they just took a break. There we go. Young cutthroat. I don't know what is the deal with these rainbows, but they're not biting like they usually do. Let me see here. I am going to put on here a shiny silver spinner. Let's see if maybe they're going to go for that. Maybe they just can't see that as well. There we go. Now we're talking. Sometimes you just have to play around and figure out what it is they're going to go for. Usually the rainbow does very well, but sometimes so do the silver and gold ones. Yeah, usually right here the rainbows are just prolific, but haven't seen one. I've been seeing a lot of cutthroat. I'm gonna let it sink. That's very important to make sure that you always let it sink all the way to the bottom. I'm getting very good stop and goes. There we go. Yeah, they definitely went better for the silver. That's really strange. I think this is a golden. Yes, it is. There you go, guys. Golden Colorado trout. They are a pretty trout, too. I love the colorations. So I think we're going to stick with the silver here, guys. It's doing a lot better. Getting those golden. I think they have unique ones in here too, so I've caught the trophy ones, but I don't think I've ever caught the unique. There's that bug again. Nope, that's fish. Ah, they're biting. Another young cutthroat. Let's try over on this side. There we go. That was weird. That was almost to the shore and he took off with it. Alright, we're going to try one more time over here and I think we'll call this an episode. I am going to test a few more things and we might revisit this again if I find or discover anything new. I think I may not be letting it pause long enough. The heck? Yep, that may be it, guys. I think I just found what gets them all worked up. You gotta let it sit there a little bit longer. Even though the stop and go has 3 dots, if you let that thing sit on the bottom a little bit longer than just a second, it seems to make the difference. That used to be true originally, so it seems like they brought it back. There for a while it wasn't working. Yeah, you let it hit the bottom, and actually that's the way trout work. They tend to go by and pick it up off the bottom. See? There you go. It's worked every time. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that episode. Please be sure to share, comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll be back with another episode of Fishing Planet, and we will be back here in Rocky Lake. I'm going to try a few more new things here and see what I can get these guys to jump on here. Anyway guys, see you next time, so always remember, aim straight, cast far, and have fun, and I will see you later. Bye bye.